Hello, I am live and I am going to be going over when you're getting started with social media, what kind of things you need to know. There's so many ways and so many platforms to get involved with that you set them all up and half of them are completed and half of them aren't. So how do you really make it so that all of these platforms, and hopefully not too many, that you started work together for your social media platforms and your social media strategy? So let's go from the top. When you're starting all of these platforms, you want to make sure all the information is filled in. So, you know, where it says short description and bio and long description and what all your channels are, and fill those in. Make sure to. For your short description on Facebook, for example, the first 140 characters of it, and you can have 255 total, but the first 140 are actually searchable. So you want to make sure you have a keyword in there for what you're doing. So mine would obviously say social media somewhere in those first 140 characters. Your Instagram bio isn't not searchable, and it also doesn't work with hashtags, but you still want to put info in there for when people show up on your page. They know what it's about and what they can expect to find there. Another thing that's really important is your profile picture. So choose a profile picture that you like, and you want to have it consistent across all the platforms. So every single platform has the exact same picture. Some people ask me, do I have a picture of me or do I have a picture of my logo? And that is totally up to you. I say sometimes for things like for real estate agents who are independent, for business coaches, people that are like independent solopreneurs. Again, it's really up to you as well, but sometimes you want to have a face to your brand. People connect with faces more than they do logos. So if you're the kind of business where it's really just you working one-on-one with people a lot, then you want to try to have a picture of yourself, a professional photo, get some nice headshots done. It doesn't have to be a white background or anything. Just, have it match your personality and your brand. And if you want to have your company look more like a company as opposed to just you, maybe you have some growth plans, or you just want it to be more than you want it to start building up and looking like an actual organization, then really start using your logo right away as that profile picture. Also, don't just drag in any old profile picture. And I've seen a lot of Facebook pages that have like half of a logo on there. You want to ask your designer or do it yourself and make sure that whatever logo you have fits within a square. So if it's a really long horizontal type logo, you should have a square version of it for this, or you're going to have to kind of add some white blocking on the side, which doesn't really look great. You want it to just be fill in the box nicely. So if you're going to go with that logo, make sure that logo is the same across all of your platforms. If you're going to go with a picture of yourself, again, just make sure it's the same across all the platforms. The reason for that is you want people to be able to find you really easily. If they're jumping between platforms, you want people to be able to recognize you and sort of build that awareness up. And then when they see you elsewhere and see that same photo, it causes that bit of recognition, and then they're more likely to engage with you. Let me get my little notes out here. Cute. Link all your channels. So across all your platforms, it usually gives an option to say what other platforms you're on. For example, Facebook, after your bio and everything, you put your website, and then it says other links. In there, you can put your Instagram, your Twitter, whatever it is, and make sure that they all kind of link back and forth together. You also want to, once in a while, remind people on your Instagram that you're also on Facebook, remind people on Facebook that you're also on Twitter, and share your handles across, because people might want to follow you on different platforms. And that said, you want to have different content on your different platforms, if ideally, so that when people follow you in different places, they're not just seeing the same thing over and over again. But you know, with algorithms, some things might show up more on either. So if budget or time constraints, you can have kind of the same content as long as it's rewritten properly for each platform. Then you can have it different on the channels. But make sure you link all of your channels together, and especially your website has social icons with, you know, links that work. It's amazing how many websites I go to and you click on the social icon and it says page not found, or it just takes me to my home page, which means I just put facebook.com in there. So make sure you go to your pages, highlight your URL and share it on all of your channels so that people can find you all over the place. Not only that, is it helps with SEO to have linking back and forth to your website and people bouncing around and looking up your name in different places. So that's really important. Like I said, fill in the about page. There's a short description and a long description on Facebook. The short description, again, 140 characters are searchable, 255 max. Kind of put something that really grabs attention. That's what people see on the side of your Facebook page, just a little snippet of what you're about. Make sure you have really directly your 5-second elevator pitch in there. Just what you are, 255 characters. In your story, it's called, in the background. Story is just a really overused word right now in social. Everyone's got a story, but I call it the long description because that's what it used to be called. Then you can kind of put everything. Usually a lot of people just copy from their about page. I'm trying to change it up a little bit though. Don't just copy and paste the whole thing. So if someone reads it here, it's not the exact same when they head over to your site. Offer them something different. But write it out, your whole story. Why you? Tell them why you. You can also fill in when you were founded and all that kind of stuff. Twitter is just that one little bio section. It's a little bit longer, so you can fill that in. And Instagram, again, is just that very short bio. You can use emojis if it suits your brand. If you're more professional, maybe don't use emojis. That's totally up to you. And again, hashtags don't really work in those bios. Also, the perk, I mean, a lot of people have personal pages and not business pages. And the reason why you want a business page, well, there's a few reasons, but primarily is reviews. So you'll notice a lot of people have those 5-star reviews, and those are actually really helpful just for people that are coming to check you out to see that you have 30 reviews and they're all 5 stars. Well, you probably are a pretty legitimate business. So we just have a lot of really nice friends. So you want to make sure that you have a local business page, and that allows you to have that review option. What I do after I got it all started and up and running with my reviews is on that side panel, you have the, about, posts, services, whatever order they're in for you. And reviews is one of them. So click on that review button. So you have the page in front of you, the reviews page, and then you can highlight that URL. So it'll be, facebook.com/jumpingelephant/social-media/reviews, I think, or something like that, similar to that. And then share that through email. Email your past clients and ask them, hey, I hope you really liked your experience. I'm getting my Facebook page up and running. I would really love it if you would leave a review. And most people will. They do it through their personal accounts. And then it shows up as reviews. And what I do is I then take those reviews that have been left and I go onto my website on my testimonials page and put them there with their logo. And once they kind of make it a public review, then you can use it wherever you want. LinkedIn has its own internal, it's called recommendations. So you can ask people to recommend you through LinkedIn separately. So that's kind of the two places. There's so many review sites, Yelp and just a Google review. And if you want to get it all up and running, you can. It's a lot to manage, but it's awesome. Reviews, people love reviews. So that's another thing about the Facebook page when you're getting it started. You have to have an address in there for it to work. But, set that up when you're setting it up, local business, choose all of your information, and then you'll have that option for reviews. And also, like I said, the other perk of business pages is analytics. So you can actually see what kind of people are coming, what your demographic is that's following you, what posts are successful, what's not successful, what your reach is. All that kind of stuff is going to be useful later. So set it up as a business page or in a business page. Instagram as well. You can have a personal page. And then if you go to those little 3 dots at the top, you can go down into it's in there and it says change to business page or make business page. And that just converts it from like a personal Instagram to now a business Instagram. And what that does is it allows you to have a call and an email and a directions button, as well as it gives you the option for analytics. Also, Instagram and Facebook link together, so you do have to have a business page to set up a LinkedIn business page. Facebook business page in order to set up a LinkedIn. There's so many social media channels. I'm so confused. Instagram, yay! You have to set up a Facebook, Instagram. Okay, I've given up on this. Set them up, business pages, all the channels. Oh yeah, and when you're getting started, I mean, there's 0 followers and it doesn't look that good. And so make sure you really set up your page nicely. You have your profile picture, you have cover photo on Facebook and Twitter. You have that same profile picture across all your platforms, and then add a few pictures or posts. So Instagram, I always say try to have at least 6 so that you have the 2 full bars of posts so that your page kind of looks up and running, and then you start going out and doing that outreach and following people and letting people know what your handle is. Add that handle to your business cards and on your website and everything so people can start easily find you, but so that the page is a little bit set up already. Same with Facebook and Twitter. Do a few posts so that when people show up, they have an idea of who they're following and what your brand is going to be and what kind of things you're offering. Make those some really strong first posts. And then when you're getting it started up, I often, if you notice me, my page, I post my main blog, like blogs that I do or really important information on my business page, and then I share it from that business page to my personal page. And what that does is now people that on my personal page that see it, it links to my business page so people can get back to that and follow me. So post a lot of stuff on your business page and then share the important stuff over to your personal. Don't spam people. That's what your business page is for, not to spam, but to have all that business information. And then share kind of new blogs that you've written or important things, like I'm having a workshop, so I'll share that on my business page and then share it over to my personal page so my friends and colleagues and business associates can see what I've done and they can track back over to the business page. You can also invite friends on your Facebook business page. So I need to memorize what these pages look like, but besides share, there's that 3 dots again. Drop that down, or more, I think it says. Drop that down and you'll see an invite friends down there. Click on that and then you can invite friends to like your page. Business pages, thankfully, don't just automatically invite people like groups do. Don't do that. They create a little notification in other people's news feeds saying, Sarah invited you to like Jumping Elephant. You can click on it and follow it. Yes, you can. And for Instagram, you can't really invite people so much as you go out and you can follow all your friends on Facebook, and then they'll see that you followed them and they'll probably follow you back if they're nice people. And that's a good way to just get started and start getting those likes up and running a little bit. Maybe throw in a few bucks for an ad campaign just so people know that the page is there. Share one of your blogs on it and boost that. Obviously, you don't want to do a lookalike audience, because what a lookalike audience is it finds people that are similar to who already likes your page. And since you're just starting it, that's not really going to be that helpful. So pick an audience that you're going to boost that to, of people that you want to boost that to. So choose your city or Canada-wide, whatever your business is, their interests, the demographic, and then you can boost that blog to those people. That'll not only get traffic to your site, but then it'll also carry your business name over. And if people like what you do, they're going to follow you. So that's kind of the basics of getting it all started. Fill in the information, share stuff back and forth a little bit, let people know where you are on all the different channels so they can get all around and follow you everywhere. And you're going to be successful. If you have questions, send them on over to me in the comments and I can answer those. I'll get back to the Facebook business page for a second here. You do want your personal page still. You need it to manage a business page. So a business page, you are an administrator on that page, and then you have to add other administrators if you want people to help you with that page, like me. You don't have to give passwords out or anything, and then you can easily remove people as they come. Maybe you let your receptionist go and you can remove her from the channels rather than having to go through and change all your passwords. So business pages are really important. I also personally have a professional page, what I call it. It's a personal profile, but it's open to the public, and I talk about business stuff and invite all my new business friends. And then it's just a little bit separate than my personal one, which is kind of like mom, dad, and my 5 best friends, right? Where you can post all your pictures, bikini pictures. So if you want them separate, then personal page, professional page, but always have a business page because you can't promote ads. If you ever wanted to start advertising, if you're doing seminars or new products or anything, you can't actually make paid ads through a personal page. So you want that business page for that reason. And that's kind of my tips for the day. Get started on them. Don't start too many. Pick 2 and really, grind on those and see how that goes first. It's kind of time consuming. So if you pick 2, it means you're going to have 4 because you now have a personal and a business on both of those things. So make sure you have time to run those effectively. I have a question about LinkedIn for businesses. Is it valued to have a company page for small companies? I intended to delete mine. Same 8 followers for 3 years. Yeah. Business pages on LinkedIn or their company pages, they're not really valuable outside of, I have one as well, and I think it has like 10 followers, same thing. But what that allows you to do is if you have people that work for you, you can have them link to that page as where they work, and then you're kind of like advertising through them. And then once in a while, I'll share my blogs and stuff onto that company page as well. So I kind of use it. It's not really helping me a lot, but it's not hurting me. And it does allow, contractors or employees to link to it. And it's just a little bit of free advertising. And I think you can post jobs through it. And LinkedIn is usually mostly used for conversation business owner to business owner. So you always act as you, the individual, and engage with other business owners or CEOs or managers or whoever it is you're talking to as individuals. I go on for some of my clients and I act on their behalf. We do post to the company page, but also we sign in as that individual and then do outreach and talk to people and add connections and stuff. And most of the value comes from just acting as yourself. I leave the company page up because, like I said, it's something that you can link to show what you're doing. Do you use paid ads on LinkedIn? I don't. I've never done it. I think it's valuable. It's a lot more expensive than the other channels, but I actually don't have a ton of experience with that kind of stuff on LinkedIn. I have a friend who I work with. His name's Dave, and he is a professional LinkedIn master. It's just what he does is LinkedIn. So if you want, I can give you his information. But I don't advertise on LinkedIn. I've seen the ads and I don't think that they're that great. They're like kind of at the bottom, and I'm like, I'm not pushed to click on that. I find that Facebook ads are a lot more valuable. But again, it depends kind of what your market is. I'm sure LinkedIn is probably valuable for me because I'm a social media person. I work with other businesses. B2B is really good. And same with you, Nikki, would be B2B. So there's definitely a place for us to spend a lot of time on LinkedIn. My brand is just a little less businessy and I'm a little more quirky. So Facebook kind of matches what I do, but I am going to be heading over to LinkedIn shortly. So, any other questions, comment on them, and I will go through and type them out because I'm going to go eat some pierogies now. As you know, I'm going on a trip soon, so I'm trying to eat my freezer out. I'm just trying to get all the food gone so there's nothing to worry about when I get back. So stressful. But I will be working the whole time I'm gone, and my workshop is coming up still, June 7th. And 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., 6 hours of social media goodness, kind of hands-on workshop. We'll be there coming up with, pierogies, yay! We'll be there coming up with exactly how you're going to do all of your content, thinking of the words, creating the pictures, finding the images, adding text to them, scheduling them, coming up with calendars, how to do all the analytics, and watch that. You are going to walk away a social media manager. So you can head to my website, jumpingelephant.guru, and in there you will see social media workshop, and you can buy your ticket there. I think there's only like 6 seats left. So there's a 15 max, so 6 seats are gone. That's it. I want to spend really one-on-one time with everyone who comes. So come on by, see it, and don't worry, even while I'm gone, I'll be working after, so you can send me messages and continue to comment on this lovely post. Thanks for tuning in. Bye!